In the world of fighting, there are legends. And then there's Yujiro Hanma, a name that sends shivers down the spine of even the bravest warriors. He's not just a man, he's a walking catastrophe known as the Ogre. His very presence is a harbinger of chaos. That's not a nickname, it's a warning. A warning to all who dare to challenge him. Yujiro is the apex predator of the Baki universe, so powerful that entire nations sign treaties just to avoid his wrath. His influence extends beyond the battlefield. Imagine, a single human treated like a nuclear weapon. His mere existence is a deterrent. He's the benchmark for all fighters, and none measure up. Every warrior aspires to reach his level, but they all fall short. His presence alone makes seasoned warriors freeze. The fear he instills is palpable. It's not just his strength, it's the aura of absolute dominance he projects. An aura that crushes the spirit of his opponents. When Yujiro gets serious, his back muscles flex into the shape of a demon's face. The literal mark of the ogre. A sight that signals the end for his adversaries. His reputation is built on a mountain of defeated opponents, from martial arts masters to military battalions. No one is spared. He once stopped an earthquake by punching the ground. He punched the planet and won. A feat that defies belief. For Yujiro, the world is a training ground and everyone else is just an obstacle. Every challenge is a stepping stone to greater power. He's mastered every form of combat, ancient, modern, and everything in between. His versatility is unmatched. He can break down any technique after seeing it once, instantly finding its weakness. His analytical mind is as sharp as his fists. His quest isn't just about strength, it's about an endless pursuit of martial knowledge. A journey to become the ultimate warrior. He's a living library of violence and every page is a death sentence for his opponents. His experience is written in blood. Yujiro's journey is about becoming the ultimate fighting machine, a perfect specimen of destruction. His training is relentless. He's not bound by the rules that govern the rest of us. He operates on a different level entirely. He's the embodiment of pure, unfiltered violence. A force of nature that cannot be contained. This is the story of how Yujiro Hanma became the strongest creature on Earth. The legend begins here. A tale of power, fear, and unyielding will. And it only gets more terrifying from this point on. Brace yourself for the journey ahead. Every powerhouse needs a foundation, and Yujiro's was built on traditional martial arts. He mastered karate, judo, and aikido, not just the moves, but the philosophies behind them. Karate gave him explosive power and precision. Judo taught him balance, grappling, and how to use an opponent's momentum. Aikido added flow and redirection, letting him neutralize attacks with minimal effort. He didn't just practice, he dissected these arts, taking what worked and discarding the rest. This training made his movements efficient, his reflexes razor-sharp, and his understanding of combat mechanics unmatched. But Yujiro saw the limits of tradition. Real fights aren't bound by dojo rules. He took the best of each style and forged a new path, leaving the old ways behind. This was just the beginning of his evolution. Yujiro realized that real fights have no rules, no referees, and no timeouts. So he dove into the world of street fighting, where survival is the only goal. In the street, anything goes and there are no second chances. Eye gouges, biting, and any dirty trick you can think of, using the environment as a weapon became second nature to him. He embraced brutality, learning that the quickest way to win is often the dirtiest and the most unexpected. He stripped away ceremony and focused on what works in life or death situations, abandoning traditional techniques. This made him unpredictable. His opponents, bound by tradition, couldn't handle his savagery and raw power. Yujiro became a predator, using pain and fear as weapons to dominate his foes. He broke enemies mentally before finishing them physically, ensuring they never stood a chance. By mastering street fighting, he added chaos and unpredictability to his arsenal, making him a force to be reckoned with. He could switch from perfect technique to savage brawling in an instant, catching his opponents off guard. This fusion of skill and ferocity made him a nightmare to face, an opponent unlike any other. He was now both a disciplined artist and a wild animal, a perfect blend of control and chaos. And that combination proved utterly unbeatable, making him a legend in the brutal world of street fighting. Yujiro's quest for dominance led him beyond martial arts, into the world of warfare. He mastered ninjutsu, learning stealth, infiltration, and psychological manipulation. He became a ghost, striking from the shadows with lethal precision. Then he studied modern military tactics, special forces, firearms, explosives, guerrilla warfare. He became a one-man army, feared by governments worldwide. As a teenager, he dominated battlefields just to test himself. Whether in a city or the wilderness, Yujiro could adapt and control any environment. He could win a war as easily as a duel. By blending ancient and modern warfare, he became a master of conflict on every level. No other character in Baki comes close to this level of combat proficiency. Yujiro was now a global force, unstoppable anywhere. After conquering external combat, Yujiro turned inward, studying kung fu and internal martial arts in China. He learned to control qi, master Fa Jin, and absorb or redirect attacks with techniques like Shaoli. Facing masters like Kaku Kaio, Yujiro instantly mastered skills that took others a lifetime. His defense became as terrifying as his offense. He could absorb blows and strike with explosive power from an inch away. He achieved perfect balance between hard and soft, offense and defense. This wasn't just another tool, it was a fundamental shift in his fighting philosophy. Now, he could answer any technique or strategy thrown at him. His mastery of internal energy made him seem invincible. He was no longer just a destroyer, he was untouchable. Yujiro's evolution was nearly complete. Yujiro mastered the Western pillars of combat boxing and wrestling. His punches were piston-like, his footwork flawless, and his timing unmatched. In wrestling, his strength and technique overwhelmed even Olympic-level opponents. He could dominate at any range, pick you apart with strikes or crush you on the ground. The genius was in his seamless blending of both styles. He could switch from boxing to takedowns in a heartbeat, or land a devastating punch from a clinch. There were no gaps in his game, no weaknesses to exploit. He controlled every phase of the fight, from distance to close quarters. By integrating the best of both worlds, he became the ultimate all-range fighter. No matter your style, Yujiro had a superior answer. This made him the undisputed king of the fighting world, and his dominance only grew. After mastering every style known to man, Yujiro Hanma did something no one else dared. He created his own. The legendary Ogre Style, a fighting system born from his unmatched experience and raw instinct. The Ogre Style has no rules, no forms, and no boundaries, just pure, instinct-driven combat that adapts to any situation. It's a style that thrives in chaos, where only the strongest survive. Yujiro reacts instantly, seamlessly blending techniques from every discipline into a single, unstoppable system. His movements are unpredictable, making him impossible to read or counter. The Ogre Style is truly unique. No one else can learn or copy it because it's an extension of Yujiro's own will and monstrous power. But Yujiro's deadliest weapon isn't just his physical strength, it's his mastery of psychological warfare. He wins the mental battle before the fight even starts, paralyzing opponents with fear and doubt. His reputation alone is enough to make even the bravest fighters hesitate. His mere presence shatters confidence and hope, sending chills through the crowd and his adversaries alike. He mocks, intimidates, and breaks his enemies mentally before throwing a single punch, making them question their own strength. By the time the fight begins, his opponents are already defeated in spirit, their will to fight crushed. Yujiro has transcended the concept of a fighter. He's become a force of nature, an unstoppable storm that no one can withstand. He's achieved physical perfection, mastered every form of combat, and turned fear itself into a weapon that works in his favor. He's not bound by rules, honor, or tradition, only by his own relentless pursuit of power and dominance. In a world filled with warriors and legends, Yujiro Hanma stands alone as the ultimate predator, feared by all. He is and always will be the undisputed ogre, the strongest creature to ever walk the earth, a living legend whose power knows no equal.